For those of you guys who have watched the video, I will address and talk about everything here. For those of you who haven't or don't know anything about this situation, I suggest you listen as well. This situation has been happening and I've addressed this situation many times in my Discord server, and this is not the first time I'm addressing this here. This situation started since February this year. From what you saw in the video, most of the stuff shown to you was untrue. And I'll say what is and what's not in this video. First off, I have apologized for this situation back in April. But that apology sadly got taken down due to a remap in my server. Then I apologized once more about a week ago. As an update to the apology. The apology is still public and is in my Discord server, and finally I'll apologize here as well. I apologize for saying and sending messages with prohibited words. I simply have no excuse. That stuff happened around 2 years ago. I simply didn't know any better, and I was surrounded by people who kept using such language and used jokes like that. I didn't know most about those words. So I have reflected and apologized many times. I moved on to better things and staying away from people like them. This is my apology on the situation, and I would like to talk about a few major things regarding it and what was fake. First off, these people knew that I have moved on from this and apologized many times. They have purposefully been remaking these videos to spread hate about me. They have been sending death threats to my friends, my family, me as well, and these are new friends, like not from what happened in the video. And this happened yesterday. They also wish death upon me and my family using alternative and throwaway accounts. They ran to many different Piggy servers to get me banned, as I would have no new source to continue making videos on. They have been mocking me in different YouTube streams, Discord servers, and group chats as well. This happened after the apology, and I'll tell you why they were doing this. This is one of the reasons, I think, because they keep slandering me for my content. The videos I make, the fact that it gets thousands and thousands of views. I just make news videos. I don't know what to tell you. And for the hyena situation, they claim that I quote-unquote leaked his face, which I did not. His face was shared by one of his friends in his server, which got leaked to a server, and I saw it from there. But hyena thought that I actually leaked it, and then he continued to leak my face in a thumbnail. And making many friends use it as their profile picture, with it, which they still have it to this day. Hyena also slandered me from the beginning, but since I ever started making news videos. He called me a milker and milked Piggy News, which was the only reason I was mad with him. I also tried setting aside differences with him and tried to apologize, see if we could be friends, but he didn't listen to me. But I mainly did that because I moved on and I didn't want any enemies from my past. But him and his friends also slandered me for my religion and posting different topics which I don't even think I'm allowed to show on this video. They kept slandering me for my content and my religion, which is the only reason I can think they hate me. Another thing I would like to mention is I have made an apology on this over and over again, simply because these people dislike me for my content and want me to quit over and over again. I'll say it one last time. I didn't know any better, and the stuff happened years ago. I moved on from that stuff, made new friends even after that. These people don't have the right to dehumanize me, making fun of me for my religion and content. Even after this video is out, they'll still keep finding old messages to get me to quit and expose me. For this stuff, I have already apologized and moved on from. I also greatly apologize for this video not being what you expected it to be. I will continue making news for Piggy and Bull Mode. And I'll also continue making maps as well. I've been playing Piggy for almost 5 years now. And I won't stop because of some people who are twice as worse at what they claim me as. I don't claim to be racist. I didn't know any better. I learned from my mistakes. And I know Flair and all the other people involved are watching this. I hope you are proud for making this year worse and worse for me, even though you knew I was improving and I was becoming a better person. Maybe you should learn to move on for yourself. Hopefully that addresses everything and answers all of your questions. Please do not harass anyone for this situation. The drama only makes any situation worse. I will continue to make videos on Piggy and Bull Mode, and now that you know what the situation is, please spread this video to anyone who watches my channel. They deserve to know the truth. They deserve to know what's right, and I don't want these people taking advantage of my past for their own good. The reason I didn't do this sooner is because the majority of my audience on YouTube is too young to understand, which is why I covered it in my Discord server, knowing that the audience there was older.
In the criminal justice system, the people are represented by two separate yet equally important groups: the police who investigate crime and the district attorneys who prosecute the offenders. These are their stories.
MA348. You either know him for being a Piggy News YouTuber, a manipulative scumbag, or both. MA348 is a Piggy News YouTuber with over 30,000 subscribers. Here on YouTube, he got to this point by releasing short, low-effort videos once to twice a day. But he also did this by removing any enemies or obstacles that came along his path. If you want full context and introduction on what we're talking about, I recommend watching my other video before you watch this one. But to put it simply, me and MA348 haven't been on the best terms. This is due to the fact that MA has constantly manipulated his young audience, turned them against me, and has lied to various people about not only himself, but others, which counts as defamation. I'm not going to go over old screenshots, racism, homophobia, or blah blah blah. I will be mentioning those topics, but I'm not exposing him for over that. This video is about his manipulation. Let's get to analyzing and debunking his video, shall we?
For those of you guys who have watched the video, I will address and talk about everything here.
That's already your first lie. You didn't address half of the claims we made against you.
Messages with prohibited words, claim that I quote-unquote leaked his face. I have apologized for this situation back in April, but that apology sadly got taken down due to a revamp in my server.
No, your Discord apology wasn't about our current claims. You apologized for creating the Death Upon Build Mode account on YouTube, which you supposedly made for a hunt, but acknowledged that you could have executed it better. It was never about the racism or slur usage. A small thing I want to highlight, as we're on the topic of MA's secret account, is how far he would just go and be willing to sacrifice just to keep this account a secret. He would tell his fans to leave my Discord server because of false accusations we made against him. Thing is, it wasn't even false, and he admitted to it a few months later. Not only that, but he also used religion to prove he didn't own a secret account. When asked if he owned the account, he said he wasn't and put it on God, knowing very well that he, in fact, did own the account. MA used this word, a word that means to swear to God in his religion, Islam. To disprove your point even further, you made a video in April that was a response to the drama. I say response, and not apology, because you didn't apologize for anything. You did the opposite and blamed us for faking screenshots, which was your first and main argument you made.
My ex-friends decide to make fun of religions and races, targeting me and some of my other friends. After leaving them, they decide to make fake screenshots over on Discord.
They decide to make fake screenshots over on Discord.
To create fake drama, obviously to make hate.
Not once in your new response did you mention your constant manipulation and lies. This is probably one of the most major reasons your fans forgave you too easily. You didn't tell them about the actual problem. Most of them think you apologized out of the goodness of your heart, and that you have not once lied to them before.
I apologize for saying and sending messages with prohibited words.
I appreciate the apology, but prohibited? Really? Is it that hard to just say racial slurs? Also, didn't you say in April that we were faking screenshots? Where's the mention of that lie? Don't you feel it's necessary to let your own fans know that you manipulated and lied to them for months? But, oh no, that would make you an unreliable figure. Should have thought about that sooner. Quite the switch up.
I simply have no excuse. The stat stuff happened around 2 years ago.
You say you have no excuse, then proceed to give an excuse that isn't even true. By the way, none of this stuff ever happened 2 years ago. If you simply checked my video, then you could see how this was only nearly a year ago. This is another instance of MA trying to downplay his actions to make it seem less severe or worse than it actually was.
I simply didn't know any better, and I was surrounded by people who kept using such language and used jokes like that. I didn't know most about those words.
Don't say you have no excuses if you literally proceed to give excuses. Also, you say you didn't know most about those words. If that's the case, why did you even bother keeping it hidden in a secret group chat? You did know about those words, and if you used words like that in public, you know how bad it would be for you and your reputation. Let's say somehow you didn't know. That's not an excuse either, because you could have easily done a quick Google search on a frequent word you're using.
So I have reflected and apologized many times.
Your latest apology on Discord has many flaws. First of all, you use big words like derogatory that many of your fans probably wouldn't understand. Your fans are young and do not have a big vocabulary. Once again, this is to downplay and make his actions seem less worse than they actually are. It is not that hard to call them racial slurs or simply just a word. Secondly, he states that all this happened a year ago. He made this statement in September, which makes this claim wrong, because all the stuff he did started in November of 2023. Most of them have now been a year ago, but that's now. Thirdly, you say you lie in a few situations when you actually lied in pretty much all. You lied since the beginning. Stop downplaying. But probably the biggest flaw in this entire apology is the ping he used. He used the dead chat ping, which is usually used for small questions or teasers to revive the chat. It's not meant for an apology. However, there was an @everyone ping 4 when you wanted your fans to nominate you for the awards. It really shows your take on the situation. Not just that, but at the time he made that so-called apology, only 843 people had the dead chat ping role. There were around 1,700 members in his server around that time. This means roughly half the server saw the apology, but this is assuming that no bots, hacked, or alt accounts had the role. The number gets even smaller when you account that out of the 25,000 subscribers MA had at that time, only 843 people saw the apology, which is equivalent to 3% of all subscribers. This is again assuming there are no bots, hacked, or alt accounts. I'm sure MA didn't calculate all this, but I do know MA at least tried his best to get the least amount of people to see the apology. Crazy work.
First off, these people knew that I have moved on from this and apologized many times.
You have never sincerely apologized once. The Discord apology in April was about your secret hunt account, and your YouTube apology wasn't even an apology. It was a video trying to defend yourself with the lie that we faked screenshots. Your September apology had many flaws to manipulate your young audience and failed to address a lot of things. If you truly moved on from this, you would have apologized since the beginning and not told any lies.
They have purposefully been remaking these videos to spread hate about me.
Not to spread hate, but to spread the truth that you've been trying to silence for far too long.
They have been sending death threats to my friends, my family, me as well.
The way he phrases this looks like I am the one doing all this. No, I can assure you that not once have I sent a death threat to MA. That's stupid. However, if anybody that claims to be on our side and is sending you death threats, I do not support or condone that behavior at all. I have told people numerous times to not harass you or anybody involved, and have tried banning anyone who does that. Beyond that, it is out of my control and I can't control what people do. You're trying to discredit me and my claims using an argument that isn't even relevant nor is truthful. I have never condoned any of that behavior, and I never will. This logical fallacy is known as the red herring fallacy, which brings up irrelevant information to discredit or distract people from the actual problem or argument.
And these are new friends, like not from what happened in the video, and this happened yesterday.
First of all, this wasn't even yesterday. This was all the way back in May of 2024. Secondly, to clarify, we did indeed give Luke, the guy you're referencing to, a punishment. He got banned from my server for inappropriate behavior for a while. He later got unbanned to be given another chance, and has not committed a similar act ever since.
They also wished death upon me and my family using alternative and throwaway accounts.
Again, I did not, but it is very possible that some people who claim to be on our side have. I have already explained how it is beyond my control.
They ran to many different Piggy servers to get me banned, as I would have no news source to continue making videos on.
No, we didn't get you banned because you made news. That's stupid. I believe you make low effort slop, sure, but beyond that I don't care, and nor should anybody. We got you banned because of your problematic behavior and the allegations we made against you. Stop purposefully assuming things to fit your narrative.
They have been mocking me in different YouTube streams, Discord servers, and group chats as well.
I mean, I'm allowed to make fun of your content. I have already expressed my personal opinions on your content. Plus, I mainly do it because of everything you have done to us in the drama. If you actually get offended by that, then that's sad. Also, the Ernie one is a joke. While Ernie's content may not be my type, I certainly do not think he's a milker by any means. Even if he was, it wouldn't matter. Ernie is a chill and respectable guy. Me and Ernie are on good terms, and I'm an active person in his Discord server. Why are you trying to make it seem like I hate Ernie?
And this happened after the apology.
That screenshot was literally in March, and your so-called apology was made in April. You were contradicting yourself, and again, that apology wasn't even an apology.
And I'll tell you why they were doing this. This is one of the reasons, I think, because they keep slandering me for my content, the videos I make, the fact that it gets thousands and thousands of views.
My personal opinion is that your content is low effort slop. I do find it unfair that they are the type of videos that get the most views. It's not just you, but tons of creators outside of the Piggy community who just post slop. That isn't my reasoning to expose you though. I'm exposing you for your shady actions and manipulative tactics you use on your young audience. If I was exposing you because I am a jealous person or just solely hate your content, then I would have no proper evidence to expose you besides my personal opinion. You trying to discredit me because of a personal opinion I hold is insane.
And for the hyena situation, they claim that I quote-unquote leaked his face, which I did not. His face was shared by one of his friends in a server, which got leaked to a server.
That screenshot was taken on the 17th of February of 2024, while you leaked his face in November and December of 2023, a whole 3 months before Hyena revealed his face. Notice how MA purposefully has a screenshot that says yesterday, in order to avoid showing the date. This clearly shows his malicious intentions to deceive. Speaking of which, apparently MA tried shifting the blame on somebody innocent, who had nothing to do with this to frame him. This person is luminous and he contacted me showing proof. It really shows how far MA is willing to go, just to save himself from his own mistakes.
And aside from there, but Hyena thought that I actually leaked it.
Because you did.
And then he continued to leak my face in a thumbnail.
First of all, you make it seem like he did this because he just hates you for no reason. No, that's not the reason. Hyena used your face in that image because you did it first to him. You used his face in a thumbnail out of pure spite. While I agree that he should not have done that, and to wrongs don't make a right, at least add context to as why he did it. Also, I'm not going to justify Hyena's actions as they were wrong, but what Hyena did wasn't on the same level as what you did. Hyena stated that it was only a joke thumbnail and that he wasn't going to actually use it, stating he's not like you. Yet, you didn't include that in. It's a conveniently cut screenshot with no context provided in the video at all.
And making many friends use it as their profile picture with it, which they still have it to this day.
Your claim that making many friends wear that profile picture is false. Provanex was the only person to wear the profile picture. Provanex has also gotten banned from Hyena's server for inappropriate behavior, and Hyena does not condone or support this behavior.
Hyena also slandered me from the beginning, but since I ever started making news videos, he called me a milker and milked Piggy News, which was the only reason I was mad with him.
I wouldn't consider it as slander. Slander is basically defamation. Someone having an opinion of you being a milker is not defamation. Hyena has the right to not like your content. There's nothing wrong with that. You, on the other hand, hate or hated Hyena for seemingly no reason. You said tons of negative things about his fans, his friends, his builds, and his personal life too. Why is that now not considered slander under your definition now? Very hypocritical.
I also tried setting aside differences with him and tried to apologize, see if we could be friends, but he didn't listen to me.
The screenshot you showed didn't even show the full conversation. The actual conversation showed that Hyena was willing to be on good terms, but he didn't want to be friends because of his past actions and content. MA even respected Hyena's opinion and said it was fair. I don't know why he's complaining now.
But I mainly did that because I moved on and I didn't want any enemies from my past. But him and his friends also slandered me for my religion and posting different topics.
Just for the record, it was not Hyena, but it was his friend, Claculus. I agree, nothing excuses what he did. The good thing is, Claculus has matured and moved on, and does not make similar jokes anymore, unlike MA. Claculus actually owns up to his mistakes, and does not manipulate young children who don't have their brain fully developed.
Which I don't even think I'm allowed to show on this video.
It didn't get any worse than the 9/11's jokes. Speaking of which, you literally supported and encouraged these type of jokes. You would often give out these 9/11's passes that granted you a free pass to make a 9/11's joke. Obviously, this encouraged people to make more 9/11's jokes. Most of the times, these passes would be free, but sometimes you would try to capitalize off of it by making it cost Robux. part of the reason why everyone made those jokes is you, MA. You encouraged those type of jokes, and many people thought it was okay to say because you gave out passes and you said those jokes yourself. While we're at some fault too, you can't give us the full blame and act like you did nothing wrong. Your entire video is just pure manipulation to fit the narrative and story you're trying to present.
They kept slandering me for my content and my religion, which is the only reason I can think they hate me.
Make up your mind, MA. Do we hate you for your content, or do we hate you for your religion? But seriously, we don't hate you as a person for your content. And we certainly do not hate you because of your religion. I'm a very faithful Catholic, and we're taught to respect one another regardless of our beliefs. One of our team members, Icebrainer, is literally a Muslim like you, MA. Are you seriously using religion as a defense and as a way to discredit and defame us, knowing that your claim is false? Religion has nothing to do with this situation and is completely irrelevant. You just needed some stupid excuses and lies before my video grew into a noticeable size. I can tell it worked well because your video has almost 3 times the size of ours. You're making dishonest claims to discredit our claims despite this not even being relevant. Even if we did hate you for your religion like you claim, that wouldn't automatically make our claims false.
Another thing I would like to mention is I have made an apology on this over and over again.
The only semi-real apology was the one in September. Even then, that one had many flaws, as we explained earlier.
Simply because these people dislike me for my content and want me to quit over and over again. I'll say it one last time, I didn't know any better, and the stuff happened years ago.
You keep saying excuses, just straight up apologize. You keep bringing up that it happened years ago, or that you didn't know any better, which are false and dumb excuses. If you truly changed, you would have apologized without any excuses and would have taken full fault. Instead, you try shifting the blame onto others, use excuses, and attempt to defame people you don't like.
I moved on from that stuff, made new friends even after that. These people don't have the right to dehumanize me.
Based on me and my team's evidence and findings, we can conclude that you are, in fact, a manipulative scumbag who mostly cares about himself.
Making fun of me for my religion and content. Even after this video is out, they'll still keep finding old messages to get me to quit and expose me.
No, this video is all the evidence I need to make my points.
For this stuff, I have already apologized and moved on from.
Dude, that's just the thing you don't understand. You talk so much about moving on, but you just can't take full accountability. You making excuses and continuing to lie to this day that you have not moved on and can't take proper accountability.
I also greatly apologize for this video not being what you expected it to be. I will continue making news for Piggy and Bull Mode, and I'll also continue making maps as well. I've been playing Piggy for almost 5 years now, and I won't stop because of some people who are twice as worse at what they claim me as.
Really? I don't remember attempting to defame people I don't like. I certainly don't remember lying or manipulating my young fanbase for months and then act like nothing happened. You literally tried lying to your friend developer Adon by telling him we tried to mass report your video. If you just did a simple check on the link, you would see that the video links to his PGHL Films video. It wasn't even on the apology video, and we aren't responsible for it. It's sad how quick MA is to judge and falsely accuse somebody.
I don't claim to be racist. I didn't know any better. I learned from my mistakes.
Most people wouldn't claim to be racist. What point are you trying to make there? Also, it is very possible that MA does not say any slurs anymore. There is no evidence to prove or disprove that. However, the fact that he keeps on lying, manipulating his young audience, attempts to defame others, refuses to take accountability, and keeps using the same excuse just shows the type of person he is. I'm not believing you are a changed man until you show it.
And I know Flair and all the other people involved are watching this. I hope you are proud for making this year worse and worse for me, even though you knew I was improving and I was becoming a better person. Maybe you should learn to move on for yourself. Hopefully that addresses everything and answers all of your questions. Please do not harass anyone for this situation. The drama only makes any situation worse. I will continue to make videos on Piggy and Bill Mode, and now that you know what the situation is, please spread this video to anyone who watches my channel. They deserve to know the truth. They deserve to know what's right, and I don't want these people taking advantage of my past for their own good.
I don't gain anything out of this except justice. You really think I want to spend hours and hours editing this video? No. But I do it to let people know what kind of person MA really is. His fans deserve to know the truth. He's done too much damage to his fans and me. He does not deserve this position in the community as the reliable and respectful guy, as he has shown the complete opposite of that.
The reason I didn't do this sooner is because the majority of my audience on YouTube is too young to understand, which is why I covered it in my Discord server, knowing that the audience there was older.
I can understand that. However, literally only 3% saw that apology. An apology on your community posts on YouTube would have been fine. Not like it matters anymore, since it's very flawed anyway.
Hope you all can understand, and thank you for bearing with me till the end. My friends and my family don't deserve death threats.
I agree. Please do not harass anybody mentioned in this video. We need to spread the truth, but in a respectful and mature manner. Be a good example.
That is my response to the situation. Hope you all can understand. That is all from me. Have an amazing day, folks.
Oh, the jungus outside is rizzy, but the pomni is so skibbity. And since I've got to go, oh hi-yo, oh hi-yo, oh hi-yo, my goon streak has no signs of ending, and the sus among us are venting. Why, Baka, you know it's so. Oh hi-yo, oh hi-yo, oh hi-yo. While I'm rizzing in Fortnite, I'm edging to Mr. B. But if Libby Dunn jokes me tight, oh, the Riz home I'll be warm.